The resolution is how things work out. And the crisis matrix gives you a checklist of things that need to be established before the protagonist makes this decision that they make in the climax, and also a list of things that you need to treat in some way in the resolution. And in a longer form story, you might have some delayed resolution where things play out over the course of a sequence or something like that. But still, all of these things have to come to fruition, and that's going to respect Sam's investment. So I have done some choose your own adventure stories, and I'm a completionist, so I like to go through and see all the different pathways. And it's really frustrating if you have two different pathways and both of them the protagonist turns out fine. So why did I invest my time and effort in making this choice? You can also complicate some of these stakes so that it turns out that your protagonist was mistaken. You can have circumstances change so that some of them become moot points or some of them might escalate, things like that. But what you have to show is that whatever comes to pass, the risk in the moment was real. One of my favorite examples to talk about this is Bridget Jones's diary. So when she makes her decision to tell Marc Darcy that she loves him, she's worried about being humiliated. She's worried about risking herself and becoming vulnerable, and she chooses to do it anyway. And if it's just a happily ever after, then it's like, he was a good guy. What was her problem? What I love about the story is that when he leaves to buy her the new diary, she wakes up and she thinks he's gone. And in that moment, allow Sam to see, okay, the risk of becoming vulnerable was real. He was really in a position of power to hurt her. And it turns out that he doesn't, but the vulnerability is real because he has that potential. And so without that tag on the end, then we just think Bridget's just a mess. She doesn't know how to read people, and we don't see the actual risk to her own stability. So I really love that example just because it shows us like she can be mistaken, but we still have to treat the stakes in the resolution. So these are some considerations as you're building your resolutions to make sure that they tie back and make sure that they connect to every level of the crisis matrix.